The Green Bay Packers get back in the win column, snapping a 2-game losing streak, beating the New York Giants 27-20 here at MetLife Stadium. I'm Dominique Yates. I'm joined by Pete Dougherty. Pete, this was a Giants team, had 2 wins, had an interim coach, no Jackson Dart. They had Jameis Winston making his debut with this team. The Packers found a way to win, so I don't know if this is a game where you take a whole lot from it, but I guess they did find a way to win when it mattered.
Yeah, I mean, quality of play matters, so I don't mean to suggest it doesn't, because when you play good teams, you have to play good football to beat them. But it is also the NFL, and, you look at the scores every week, there's always a couple weird things that happen. So getting a win, especially after the Packers had lost 2 games in a row, that's the most important thing. It was in fairly tough conditions. It was really windy. The Giants played like a team that had nothing to lose. Jameis Winston's a pro quarterback. He's played a lot of games, so it's not like, he was just some schlub they threw out there. I mean, he's got a really good arm which could function in this wind. There's a lot to pick apart, but the most important thing is putting the win up. A third loss would have been catastrophic. So that part of it was very important.
But I will say this offensively, like I said, it was up and down. They had injuries to Josh Jacobs. They were trying to weather some storms when they had a lot of drops. But in the end, Christian Watson proved that. I know they don't like having a number 1 wide receiver on this team, but safe to say he's a guy that needs to get a lot of targets. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I think they'd like to have a number 1, but when they don't have one, you got to rationalize that you don't, so you got to talk about spreading the ball around. But yes, he looked really good. Jordan Love played a really good game, and again in tough conditions. And Malik, I almost called him Heath again. I did it in the press conference already. Malik Willis came in and really gave this offense a jolt for a handful of plays when Jordan Love went out. I think that gives something for Matt LaFleur to really think about working up, just forcing himself to put a package of plays out there for Malik Willis. But Jordan Love had a really good game, which I think the Packers have to feel really good about too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is very windy.
Almost knocked me over. You can see how Bluff Street is.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like the game, the Packers game a week ago, where you knew which way the wind was going. It was blowing all over the place, and I think it was actually going more sideline to sideline than it was end to end. So it was a tough day to kick the football, that's for sure.
Yes, it was, but hey, they found a way to get it done. The defense found a way to get an interception at the end. Evan Williams, they had a lot of opportunities, but they could not capitalize. But in the end, Williams picked off Winston, and Micah Parsons was able to get a big sack as well. And the Packers win it 27-20. They are 6-3-1 on the season, and they're heading back to Lambeau Field next week, and they'll have a big stretch of games. They'll be taking on the Vikings and the Lions on Thanksgiving. But that's going to do it from MetLife Stadium. From Pete Dougherty, I'm Dominique Yates.